Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
All right, what's on tap goes America once more. And
goes Texas, bitch.
Yep, Texas. Texas, y'all.
Texas is a whole other country, bitch.
Oh, I know. I've had this conversation with many people since I've been here about America versus Texas.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
What the difference is.
It's really unfortunate.
And ignorant.
We have way too many secessionists here.
Is that still a thing?
It's,
not really.
It's not as bad as it used to be, but we still occasionally have the pop-up of Texas who secede. We're our own country. Like, no, we're not.
No, you're not.
Pretty rare.
The state would be a
days.
giant fail. If,
Yeah, it would be a horrible decision.
No.
I thought California was talking about that too.
California's
in
talking
addition
about
to splitting
the
into 3 states.
Yeah, the splitting into 3 states, I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Nor succeeding. I don't think any state would actually succeed from the union.
It doesn't make a lot of
horrible
sense.
Yeah.
But hey, Puerto Rico's petitioning for statehood now.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
maybe someday
interesting.
they'll have power back.
They should be.
Yeah.
Maybe someday they'll be up to a first world status again.
I think that's why they're trying to petition for statehood, so they'll get some more money and respect.
So
Even
Trump
if they
will
were
recognize
to, I
them?
wouldn't count on that. Trump will still ignore them.
Yeah.
They'll go down
Because,
there and throw paper
they
towels
are
out.
a slightly darker shade of skin than your typical Caucasian, so...
Anyway, so
No, well, I'm
No,
just
I
stating
know.
facts.
No,
I'm just
you're
stating facts. I mean,
Very right.
Sessions and Trump are not friends of the slightly darker shaded people.
all right.
Political cast.
Let's go back to talking about the poop going in the creek.
Yay! Yay!
A little continuity.
We have no Band-Aid talk this episode.
I'm sorry, I know racism
Tell
is a
that.
problem in Europe too.
It is, but differently. Anyway, moving on. So today we have something from Nobel Rey Brewing, which is, I think, one of the room's more preferred breweries in the Dallas area.
Yes.
Very good.
I, for one, love their cans.
Love squeezing the cans.
I almost picked up the European Vacation one today just because I love the can so much.
We got nice people running that joint too.
Yeah, Chris and Kendra, they're super nice.
Yeah.
They did a very good interview with us on the old Brew Blood show.
A couple of them, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
It's too soon.
I'm gonna pour some out for my homies.
Just Marcus Carpet. It's
Yep,
fine.
that's fine. All right, so today we're trying the Tropical Combat Firefighter American India Pale Ale, coming in at 6.2% alcohol by volume, 70 IBUs, and original gravity of 1.065. Be noble, drink noble.
And watch your 6 and squirt on down to their address on
Yes.
Farrington Street. Very interesting descriptor.
I wonder if Nobel Rey, since they talked about it in our interview that we did, they said that they had a big production deal going on in France. So I don't know if they have any stuff actually distributed in Europe, or if they... I don't know exactly what was going on.
There was supposed to be
there.
contract brewing. from them.
Yeah, I've never seen anything from them in Northern Europe.
Yeah.
And when I was in Lyon, I went to a couple of bottle shops and didn't see anything either.
Okay.
So I don't know where they are in that process, or where that'll be distributed, or how it'll be distributed. But yeah,
I also haven't seen any announcements to that nature in the year plus since we announced
That
that
is a
on our
good
show.
point. Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe it fell through. I don't know.
it's very possible.
Right.
But I will say again on their artwork, like I love their artwork. Their cans, for those who are most of you are not familiar, their cans are designed to be stackable. So you get the head on one can. If you stack it on the other, then you get the rest of the design, which is the body. So it makes a complete
We
figure.
encourage
Yeah,
you to buy
it'll
multiple
usually be-
6-packs.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll usually be like like they've got a mermaid, they've got eagle,
they got a robot of some
a
sort.
robot, some sort of S&M guy.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
BDSM
This one bears
guy.
a striking resemblance to Randy the Macho Man Savage.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Oh yeah!
It
Either
does.
that, or like what's his face from Big Trouble in Little China?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, like Kurt Russell, 80s, circa 80s.
Yeah, I can see that. I would say Randy.
It
Macho
might
Man.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Macho
overboard
Man.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of, yeah. That Kurt
except
Russell.
with a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, very Macho Man Randy Savage, holding an Uzi in one hand and a water hose in the other.
Yeah, with a lay on
Yeah.
because it's tropical and he's wearing a swimsuit.
Yeah.
Yep, pink swimsuit.
And
And
very-
pouches, lots of them.
Yeah, you gotta
Very
have,
Rob
you gotta have
Liefeld.
pouches.
Very Rob Liefeld. Deadpool and Wildcats era. Young blood.
Pouches on
So
pouches.
there's not
Pouches on
enough
pouches.
there's not enough zippers and the hands are way too big.
That's true. I would say the hands are actually adequate compared to Rob Liefeld's typical illustrations.
Yeah.
All right, so this is kind of a
Reminds me of that.
hazy tropical IPA.
I'd say it reminds me a lot of the one that the little bottle the brewski one we had last episode.
A little clearer, but yeah.
A little clearer, but it smells very similar.
This one actually smells much more tropical, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Like pineapples.
Yeah, pineapple. Yeah, that's a good one.
Pineapple as hell, which I mean...
Maybe some mango or... Yeah, they don't say what the tropical combat is, what they're going for with this. It'd be nice to know what kind of fruits they were meaning to include in the mix.
Yep.
All right, well, cheers, guys.
Yep.
Cheers.
There you
Let's get some bite.
That's much more in line than with what I expected out
go.
of a Northeast IPA. I think that maybe I'm just not suited to most of this Northeast palate because there's not many examples that I've really enjoyed. They're just...
Well, and honestly, I kind of have to agree with you. I think I like the idea more than the reality of it. Like the UK does it really well. I mean, the Wyllums that I sent you guys...
The Wyllum was fantastic.
That guy, he kills it every time. I mean, his hazy IPAs are unfreaking believable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a few breweries in the Northeast that are doing really good stuff. Like Monk out of California does really good hazy IPAs, or Monkish. But there's
This is not bad. It's better than the brewski one.
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder because I didn't care for Rough Tail's E-Juice either. And maybe I just don't care for the American variants of the Northeast IPA, which is kind of ironic since it's an American style. But
I think the problem is I don't get like the richness of the mouthfeel. Usually,
this feels very like the body is very weak relative to what you're smelling here. I think that's the thing, right? Is that these IPAs are? I feel like they're promising a lot with like how they smell.
Yeah.
And then it's like.
I'm expecting
this
more
one, like I said, the body is super weak.
Yeah, the body is so light. I mean, usually they're brewed with oatmeal to give it kind of a creaminess and a bit of heaviness to it. But I would be willing to bet they did not do that with this one.
I would like to see this one be a little more fruit forward, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to call it tropical, it should be more. To me, it's tropical more in smell than in flavor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my issue too. That there is unlike the other one, there is like remnants of tropical that you get kind of on the back of the tongue after everything, but the resin front end is still, and the piney front end is still really prevalent.
It doesn't match the smell to me.
It seems like it should be smoother. Although I like this one quite a bit more than the first one we did.
Oh yeah. You're not getting into the hot burn.
It's more. This is more neutral in flavor palette than the last one was from Brewski.
Yeah.
It's a little lemonade-y, which is not a bad thing, but again, to me, maybe it's just me. It's just a little bit too much tobacco that I taste.
Tobacco?
Yeah, it's
what
little,
is with you and cigarettes?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Maybe my palate is not suited to this style.
Yeah,
because I get a lot of tobacco out of this, and not a good tobacco.
I don't get any tobacco.
He grew up in a house that had smoking constantly.
Yeah, I did.
He's
I'm highly trained in tobacco. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get tobacco either, but. I wonder if what you're calling tobacco is kind of that...
It's more hops.
Yeah, that hoppy kind of burn.
Probably is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
The hops on this should be really, really fresh. I mean,
maybe my palate is just...
Yeah, this one just feels like a little on the danker side.
Yeah,
like
it's danker than it should be for a tropical beer.
Yeah.
For a dank IPA, it would be fine.
It's not wet cigarettes like the Brewski. This is like fresh cigarettes. It's like a...
So they burn.
It's like pre-lit cigarettes.
Yeah, this is pretty bitter as well. I mean, it's 70 IBUs, so it should be on the bitter side, but this is even feels more aggressive than it needs to be.
And it should be on the bitter side, but the branding would indicate.
Yeah.
And someone's not going to look at the IBUs and think tropical. I don't know.
Yeah. If you've got Becky just going to Whole Foods, and picking that up, they're going to get a completely
because I'm
different experience.
Bright floral citrus,
Yes.
but this is not. It's not getting there for me on that level.
Yeah, I agree. I think it needs to be a little bit lighter overall, especially if we're going to call it tropical.
Maybe not even lighter, but just more tropical.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Yeah,
it definitely needs
more of a tropical representation.
Yeah, more tropics for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, Javi, what do you think?
Man, I'm going to give this one another 2.5. I would say,
Okay.
just because I did enjoy the. I really like the way that it smelled, Like, it's just really cool.
Yeah, it's a beautiful smell.
Yeah, but then it's like, another beer that's a freaking lie. It's just like...
They've all been
and it sucks because, like, I mean, again, I typically, most of the time nowadays I'm drinking at home, so, like, I'm picking up 6-packs. I'll usually reach for a Nobel Rey beer, and this might be my least favorite one I've had.
Yeah, I was really excited about this. Like, ooh, a new Nobel Rey just came out. Nobody's had it yet, so it should be fun.
What's your go-to Nobel Rey choice?
Man, I'm blanking on the name. It's the S&M guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What?
I can't think of it either right now.
Yeah, I'm blanking out.
There's BA, there's Sex Canoe, there's the Steampunk Girl.
BA?
BA is the brown ale. It's the yellow can with Mr. T look-alike.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
And they have a peanut butter version of that that's really good.
Oh, that's
really?
What is the Krampus one, right?
Krampus
the Krampus one.
What's the machine mask? That's the one Javi.
Oh, it's the Off the Leash.
Off the Leash.
Really good
Yeah,
red. It's a red ale, so it's like
Yeah.
more palatable, like a Hammer.
Yeah.
But also their Vertigo double IPA.
That's
is
good too.
Dope.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
So
I'm gonna have to go with 2.5 on this one as well. It smells great. I love the can. I love the Randy Macho Man Savage. But the taste does not live up to the smell for me.
Yeah, I'm getting like a lot of like raw grapefruit kind of bitterness at the end.
Fuck grapefruit. It's the worst fruit.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like you just ate some like pink grapefruit and you kind of have that sour
It's like licking a rind
bitterness.
or something.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of that right now. I'm like, that's not what I want out of
basically,
this beer.
is like an old lady's breakfast. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah, so I'm right there with you. I think 2.5 on this one.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
I guess I need to wash glasses.
All right, go wash glasses.
Yeah.
So
I'll be your bar back, baby.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So
it's a little disappointing.
Every summer, I try to find a really good Pilsner or lager, and I'm getting closer. It's usually like a lot of disappointment, but I found a couple of breweries now that are doing like a really good, really good lager. And in fact, one of the best beers I've had since I've been here was a lager I had out of this brewery in, it's not Fayetteville, it's Rogers, called Ozark Brewing. Okay. And they come out with a new filtered lager, and it was light. It looked like almost water. It was so light in color, but the flavor was just like this beautiful, like lightly hopped Pilsner, and it drank so incredibly well. My brother and I both did a sample of all of their stuff, and then we're getting a pint of that. We both were like, that's the best thing we tried.
Yeah, I would love to find a good lager.
Yeah, me too.
It sounds so coolster to say you don't like lagers, and that's not really what I'm trying for. It's not like beer elitist. It's something about the yeast or something about the way they brew lagers I just have never liked much.
Yeah.
So if I could find a good one, I'd be happy with that. Now Pilsners, I'm with you. As generic as it is, even if I have like the main 3 American beers, I'll go for Miller Lite because it's a Pilsner. That version I like, but just something about lagers I just have never gotten on board with.
Yeah, like I said, I have a hard time finding them, but there's a couple of breweries in Sweden. This one guy named Rumelov Brewing, he does like these just real traditional classic styles of Hefeweizens and red ales and pilsners and stuff, and just does an amazing, just beautiful job on them, and they are so unbelievably good. And so I'm kind of getting away from all of those really big funky beers and really trying to just get back to like
basics,
good beer,
Yeah. No, I agree, and I mean, like, I'm kind of on the same boat as Dustin, right? Where like, I really don't want to be elitist or anything like that. Like, I don't care at this point. It's more of, I just want to find something good that's drinkable, and I would like to find a lager because I would like to be, the only thing more annoying, right, is whenever you've got a beer drinker or anybody that's into anything, right, that's like so picky that they can't enjoy anything given a certain scenario. Like my soon-to-be mother-in-law made me just a big thing of brewed coffee from a Folgers can, and she was just like, oh, I think you're going to hate this. I'm like, dude, I'm not that much of a snob that I'm going to, like, shit on you for, like, making me a coffee out of the goodness of your heart. You know what I mean? So I want to be like that with beer. And again, I want to definitely find one, but
yeah, I mean, it's just hard. Yeah,
it definitely is. But I mean, that would be interesting, right? Where like breweries that are focusing more on like weird stuff and whatnot, could they do just a plain good lager?
The answer would probably be no. They probably couldn't.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the hardest styles to brew.
Sure.
And, I mean, usually what I see when I go to breweries is if they don't make it themselves, what they'll do is they'll always have someone's on tap. They'll always have a Pilsner or a lager on tap. It may not be theirs, but they're going to have someone's lager on tap.
Yeah.
Quite often.
It's interesting to me, too. People don't seem... Maybe it speaks to what you just said. It's one of the harder styles to brew, but people don't experiment with lager very much.
Maybe you're right, but that's like, I would rather just have like a good...
No, I agree, but I'm just saying, I wonder if you did a little bit of tweaking, if maybe that would...
Well, I mean, I think what you're seeing is a lot of the dry hop lagers are now coming out to give them a little bit more of a funkiness to them.
Yeah.
There's a couple of breweries that are kind of experimenting with like sour lagers, which are actually quite good. If you get a chance to try one of those.
You should have black lagers, too, that have been kind of a trend. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like MyBox and things like that are... Are in that kind of vein.
Black lagers ultra. Those aren't bad, but
it's not a lager, but it's on the lighter beer side of the spectrum. But small brew pubs, Black Pepper Pills is like a really good lighter beer, and because of the black pepper, it's got like some good flavor.
I think I've had that before. That sounds
really
very
good.
familiar.
I really recommend it. Yeah, down in Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
So historic Oak Cliff.
Well, our second beer tonight is the kind of a Texas classic.
It's the #1 rated IPA in Texas.
Is it? All right. So, what's the Bud Light commercial that they say? What is that?
The Bud Light commercial.
Was it like the Bud Light commercial with the saying "dilly dilly"?
Oh, dilly dilly.
I'm like, what the hell is that? This is the most worst. Like at least with like
taste less filling.
Yeah, well, at least with like past marketing efforts, I kind of understood like part of the concept was like, oh, dilly dilly. I'm like, this is. What the shit?
Now you have the like knight that's attacking people.
Yeah. Anyway, so Lone Pint for their Yellow Rose. You guys said they might quit making this because,
it's more that they keep threatening to stop distributing to Dallas because Dallas does not buy any of their other beers because the Yellow Rose is just so freaking done.
I mean, we are hype beasts when it comes to beer.
Yeah,
that's what Dallas is about.
I mean, it's just they keep threatening. Oh, we're only going to put a multi-packs. We're going to stop selling because nobody wants Jabberwocky or any of the other ones.
Are those good? I mean, have you
Jabberwocky's good.
Jabberwocky's good, but I mean, Yellow Rose is where it's at. I mean, I don't know why they refuse. Like, it's much like. You have to stick to your #1 seller, and why not reinforce that? And of course, continue to prop up your other ones, but don't threaten to pull out of a market just because they don't want to support your other beers. Like,
or do like mixed packs where you you mix 4-pack where you're like, all right, here's the Yellow Rose, go buy that, but here 3 others you might also enjoy.
Maybe do a 2 and 2, or maybe do a 1 to 3 or something like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is named after this is one we did a long time at Brew Bloods, a long time ago, and it's named after a woman of color who was a hero at the Battle of San Jacinto.
Okay.
So she was someone who passed information. She was a former slave, a lot of women who had been captured. Her side had been captured, and she became the quote-unquote personal maid of Santa Anna, who was from the head of the Mexican army at the time, attacking the Texans. And she, as part of her being on the inside as the quote-unquote personal maid, aka consort, she passed information on to Sam Houston, who was leading the Texas Army, and she basically lied about Houston's position, and so Houston was able to, undercover while she was having sex with Santa Anna, she was able to basically lure him into bed while Sam Houston's army was attacking, so Santa Anna was not in a position, he came out, So
it's a real Mata-Hari position.
Yes, Mata-Hari position, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And she was, her name... She took the name Morgan, Emily West Morgan, from her slave master at the time. I forget his name, Colonel something Morgan. Anyways, she was essentially a hero of the Texas Republic at the time.
Okay. So that's where the Yellow Rose of Texas.
That's where she was known as the Yellow Rose. Yellow referring to a high yellow woman at the time, which is typically a woman that is either of mixed Indian and black descent. Or could be Asian and black descent as well, but I believe in this case it was Native American and black descent.
This episode brought to you by Ancestry.com.
That's right. That's right. But a hero of Texas nonetheless.
Right. Yeah. Excellent.
I don't know, amateur international users know about Texas.
Yeah, I will say that the Texas school system has really served you well.
No, it's not. It hasn't because we had to learn this on our own. Okay. Thank you, Brew Bloods.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they had this on tap at Craft Beer Cellar, and I could have bought a bottle, But I thought, you know what? Let's just get it fresh, get a crowler.
Sure.
Let's go that way. It should be a better experience. But I did pick up a bottle to take home with me. So
yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah. All right. Oh. Wow, this is very IPA.
Yeah.
It is, but it's also like it's
floral.
It's floral, but it's mild. It's not like
floral and bready when you taste it. But we'll
I would say the Tropical Combat and the Brewski were much more
feeling
upfront
that
than
bready, like chewy.
That's always what I get from this one.
Very citrusy. Yeah. Kind of off of it. Do you know what kind of hops they use on this?
Mosaic.
Mosaic? All right.
Yeah.
All right, and the color wise, I mean, it's pretty just a slightly hazy.
I mean, it's not even hazy.
And I will say that this is
opaque.
I mean,
opaque.
A little bit, yeah.
This is a smash beer, so it's single malt, single hop.
Okay.
Mosaic, and I don't know what malt they use. I can't remember, but it is a smash beer, so it's pretty simple as far as beers go.
Yeah.
All right, cheers, guys.
Cool. Cheers.
Straight out of Houston.
Yeah.
Is that where they're from?
They're around Houston somewhere.
Okay.
Magnolia, I think, right north of Houston.
Oh yeah, Chip and JoJo.
No, not Magnolia. Not that Magnolia Farms.
Such an easy drinking beer.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
Wow, that is so smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, I think when just a casual person comes in, they can understand why this is Lone Pint's top rated beer.
Yeah.
I mean, without having drank anything else from them, like, it's a damn good IPA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, why would you ever threaten to pull out a market when it's demanding that product?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of the most easy drinking IPAs I've ever had.
And dangerously so.
Yeah.
It's only 6.8, which is nice. It's not too bad on the ABV.
Yeah, it's not Imperial, but still, you can have...
Like, I feel like this could actually be, like, a good summer beer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whenever people complain about, like, IPAs being so heavy and stuff like that, this isn't heavy. It's smooth. It's hoppy, but you can still taste, like, some of the malts, you know?
Yeah. There's a bit of that cereal component in there.
Yeah.
This
very even.
and Two Hearted Ale are my two favorite IPAs.
The which one?
Two Hearted Ale.
Really? I thought Mosaic was your...
I like for local.
Mosaic.
It's my favorite local. But yeah, those are the two kind of my go-tos.
Yeah. Anytime I see this on the shelf, I pick up a 4-pack.
Yeah.
Typically, they don't usually offer the bombers anymore. But the what are those?
I think they broke up a 4-pack is what it was. Yeah. Because I was going to buy it at Whole Foods or Central Market, and it was like a 4-pack, and I'm like, that's three more than I actually need, and it was like $20-$30, something like that. And so I was like, you know what, I'm good.
I'd be interested to hear what Matthias thinks of this beer.
Yeah, we'll be too. So we'll definitely be sharing that.
I forget his name. The other guy that's been substituting for Matthias.
Adrian.
Yeah. I would be interested to see what the two of them think about that.
Well, this isn't as hop forward as I think that they like.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a bit of a detriment. I think they'll still like it. And the cerealness is not something that we usually encounter very much.
The bready quality.
Yeah, the bready quality.
Yeah.
I'm getting hot burns from that first.
Really?
Really?
Not from this one. From the
from
the first one we had.
It haunts us,
firefighter.
man.
Yeah.
It haunts us. And
I will say, like, this is one of the, as far as color goes, I think this is one of the better looking beers that we did in an entire run, because you know, if you're speaking to Yellow Rose, I mean, it should be of a golden nature, and I think they nailed the color on this one quite well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful color. I really like it. It's kind of almost a honey kind of
honey
color
gold.
to it.
Yeah. I love this beer, and I mean, I think to me this is a 5 out of 5 IPA for me.
I think if I had had it like quite often, it would become a 5.5 for me.
Yeah.
So I definitely see where you would go with that, because it's very, very pleasing and very, very easy to drink.
The cereal bready element is very unique to it, and I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Like, you get a little bit of pine to it, you get a little bit of bread to it, but it's light and it's not cloying.
Yeah.
And
what I like is how clean it finishes.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's not dry. It doesn't just like die on you, but it just has this light finish on it, and like the. I don't know what you call it. The weight of the beer in this is kind of what I wanted from the Nobel Rey. Where this has got a really great mouthfeel. It doesn't feel thin. It doesn't feel like water, which is kind of what the Nobel Rey was a little bit too watery.
Yeah. It's light without being drying, which is nice. Yeah.
This is a good note to end on, right?
After a real down kind of
mixed bag.
Other beers we've had.
Mixed bag.
We'll call it mixed bag. This is a real high point. So I'm glad I grabbed this. All right, I guess I'll go first this time. I'm going to give this a 4.25. I think if I had it a few more times, it would creep up for me and eventually probably become a 5. But yeah, I think this is a really, really good IPA.
Well, I already said it, 5 out of 5.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go 5 out of 5 too.
All right.
I'll do 4.5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, guys, thanks for agreeing to be on the podcast. I
Yeah,
really
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
And you're welcome. And you can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher,
Other things.
All the
other
online
things, Instagram.
I'm just going to interject a quick promo for our own show. It's coming out with Stefan.
Oh, yeah. Pimp that.
So we do have, if you subscribe to Brew Bloods by random chance, or our other show, The Break Room, by random chance.
No one knows that.
Nobody knows the shows. But we do have a new show that is non-beer related. So it's probably geared more towards Americans. But anyways, it's called The Pilot Project. And we're basically taking on, if you know what a TV pilot is, the very first episode of a show. They used to sell that show, and we're taking on generally the ones that didn't make it, and that are really strange. Like, for instance, Heil Honey, I'm Home, which was a sitcom that was somehow made about Eva Braun and Hitler living next to a Jewish family who are their wacky neighbors.
What?
We're doing that show. Cop Rock, about singing cops.
The failed Aquaman pilot.
It's Justice League 1997.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, we've got 2 years of content already planned for the show. So
great. So you'll cancel in 2.5 years?
Probably so.
Right,
probably so. Yeah. Just look for us to cancel yet another show.
All right. I look forward to your
the
next
good thing
podcast
is
after that.
There'll be another. Yeah, exactly.
There'll be something else. The Break Room will come back at that point.
Yeah.
Or Brew Bloods. But stay tuned for that. So if you subscribe to Brew Bloods,
we just missed beer too much.
Yeah.
Came back.
You'll be getting that show shortly. But yeah, be on the lookout for that.
All right, guys. Well, I look forward to listening to your new show.
Yeah. I look forward to you being on it.
I've enjoyed all of your 100 other endeavors, so I'm sure this will be another fun
Only a few.
podcast.
Only a few.
All right. Until next time, keep drinking, you dum-dums.